Hi guys. So started putting on the ring, the ring, the earring. Whoa, classic. So oh, so I see this thing, guys. This thing is always weird. Okay, it's always a little strange here. No, the live stream always there's always something. Oh, hi everybody. So wow, good to see everybody. Okay, good to see you guys. So I always, guys, this is like classic. So I decided that I was gonna be on time, but then I decided to sew a mouse, orange mouse. But I was like, then the needle broke the sewing machine, which was a sign. Girl, go to live stream now, starting, huh? But I'm gonna have it ready for Friday anyway, so it's not okay. It's not a problem, guys. Could you imagine? It could really happen. Okay, soon or not, but I can't help it. But I can't help but feel it. I'm feeling good, guys. I don't know. I don't know if you feel it pick up. I feel this, even though obviously trash shows, everybody is still there. Stuff is the same bullshit, but I just feel it. I feel it. I love is in the air. Love is in the air. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, oh, what happened? So weird. It's not on. Weird. Okay. Super weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Thing. That's why this earring is nice, but it's very heavy. Okay. So anyway, so guys, okay, so let me get started. Now I want to address there were some interesting questions, okay, that you guys asked. It was not on the list. So let me start. Sorry. Let me start with that, okay, if you don't mind. Okay, let's start. And so, oh, Indivisible, by the way, did you receive my messages? I would like to know, Indivisible has an event that she's worried. If she would like me to make it public, please tell me the city. I know where, I think it's San Francisco, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know, okay, the address, the location, if you'd like me to share with people, okay? But anyway, so, okay, um, okay, guys, sorry, I'm shuffling information. Okay, so yeah, so there's some interesting questions. Now let's start. Melody, she wrote a question. Okay, okay. Um, oh, it happened already, huh? Okay, so okay. So anyway, so it's okay, it's okay. Next time we'll have conversations. Okay, so also okay. So anyway, so just go back here to Melody. Melody had a question about yes. So she had a question, okay, about it, about the death of two wives of congressmen. I thought it was so, I had seen it, but it really didn't cross my mind. I did not know one of them. So I made the note on the post later. I wrote, one is from Wisconsin, the other is from Kentucky, because at first I thought, I wonder, hi Jade, I wonder if they're in the same location, but they're both wives of Republican congressmen. They're both they were not sick before. Sounds like it was like unexpected death. Okay, and so it's doesn't it? It seems strange, right, guys? Doesn't it? So I agree with you. It is a little odd, a little right? It's a little strange. I mean, who knows, right? It happens, but I think because also, guys, you see that like a lot of people. So Omar's dad. Did you see Omar from Minnesota? From the squad. I used to like her, but I don't like her anymore, to be honest. But anyway, her dad passed away from COVID. It's sad, sad. Really truly sad for her. But a lot of people, their families, their people are passing away from COVID. So it would make sense, if it could be. So let's see. The question is, what happened? Why did it? What happened? Could it have been COVID, guys? Because can you imagine? You have to lie about it, isn't it? That's what it feels like, right? It sounds awful, but oh my god, here I have a jar with Gatorade. Guys, I found Gatorade in powder. They have a powder thing that I got on Amazon. It's sugar free. I love Gatorade. It's very artificial, but I love it. So anyway, so okay, so I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna ask for protection. Huh? So, beautiful red light, huh? Coming on top of my head as I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel connected. I step into it. I feel protected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources. That it create the good, huh? Only the good, huh? The good for the good people. The good for the good people. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I just quickly just go over the questions very quickly. Okay, so also Audrey had a question. I had not. Okay, so Atlanta and like the Rayshard Brooks case. Okay, and so he's gonna be indicted in okay. Oh, okay, the rep bar is said to have died from mitral valve prolapse. Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, so Kentucky, is that right? Okay, so let's see. Well, let's see here. Okay, so anyway, okay, so just so quickly, guys. So let's talk. We're going to talk about the part of the Bolt book that talks about China, then the deepening crisis of COVID in the Red States. Then I want to look into this. Is today there was not a ton of like, but I was just interesting kind of things. Okay, I've noticed all these extremists on the GOP. Okay, and so the younger guys, they clearly, I feel like they sense a gap and they will become even more extremist. Okay, so what's going to happen to them? Okay, what's going to happen to the GOP? Are they going to be more mild or more, these, because what happened with Trump is a lot of extremists got power. Is this going to continue or what? Okay, then I think the issue with Biden, okay, and the VP situation, just, I mean, I don't like to look into it because it's still far away. I'm just kind of interested because I feel like there's this, I still feel, guys, the tension within the Democratic Party. Like there's the far left people always want to like get involved. You know what I'm saying? I personally I find it annoying, but whatever. You know. So okay, but let's look at that, and then okay, so okay. Now let's look into this. Okay, so what happened here? So let's see here. The first one, okay. That's right, Teresa. I was reading that in Arizona, right? There was like a huge numbers of cases. Okay, so I want to ask. Let's me go ask here the question about the wives. Okay, so let's see. Let me go here to the post. Okay, and see. So okay, Cheryl Sensenbrenner. Okay, because Rebecca said that Barr died of mitral a heart issue. Okay, so okay, but let's see what happened to her, Cheryl. Yeah, I think, guys, I don't know if about her. Did she die suddenly, right? She died suddenly. Okay. It's hard to say. I do think, okay, just from provision here, I think she was sick and she was coughing, some sort of pneumonia. Yeah, I think she's like, no, I don't want to make a big deal. She didn't want to go to the hospital, don't want to make a big deal about it, and it got worse. Okay. And I think she had like, what is it called? Either she had some sort of like autoimmune disease already. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So I Star Child makes sense. I think the first one, the vibe, I don't know what she looks like, but the vibe I get from her, she, to me, I don't know if she's blonde, but she has this like very religious thing about her. Like she doesn't want to make a big deal about it. She wants to, you know, no, that's not, guys, that's not Barr. That's not Barr. That's not Barr of the Justice Department. Okay, is another one. Okay, just so you know. It's a congressperson, okay? Andy Barr, I believe his name is, okay? Is that the one from Kentucky, I think, right? I don't know. One is from, I wrote that down. Sorry, let me see here. Okay, so Sensenbrenner from Wisconsin and Barr from Kentucky. Okay, so Andy Barr. Okay, so yeah, so I think she was getting weaker, but I feel like she may have already had some issue with you know, autoimmune. In other words, her immunity wasn't that great. She was just getting sicker, but it's like she could have had the pneumonia and like essentially, okay. I think it's possible that she could have, okay. But I want to look at with cards, okay. But it was like she's like, no, you know, those like she just didn't want to. I almost feel like she didn't even go to the doctor because she didn't want it. She didn't want it, you know, from her perspective, like, I didn't want it to make it a thing. And then it was literally as if like the air was like left her body or something, you know what I mean? Like she was starting to have like less and less air, and it was almost like she stopped breathing, okay? My sense, okay? So, but I think she was like, she had this like vibe to me, like she was kind of sickly a little bit, or like had a lot of allergies, you know, those types of people, like, so, or could have had a loop, you know, like there's some autoimmune diseases are can be very serious, okay? And can make a person very weak. So sometimes they don't know when they have something very, very serious because they feel sickly a lot of the time, okay? So, but let me see, actually, let me move this because I'm, okay, so what's going, is that, so that's the first one, right, guys? Is the one? Okay, let's see. Cheryl Senenbrenner. Let me see her if I can see, because I see her. She, you know, she reminds me of like kind of more old fashioned. I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, the hair, exactly. She looked, you know, she had the like feathered hair. You know, I see that, you know, that look feathered hair, but shorter, but that's what it looks like on her thing. Feathered hair. You know, she reminds me of like from the Vision here, the Golden Girls. You know, they used to have one with feather hair. I don't know which I think is there was a tall one. I don't know. It's just that look from that era, 80s, I guess. So, oh, interesting. That makes sense. Since the Brenner's wife had a stroke, of she was in a nursing home. Yeah, that's right. So it makes sense. Okay, so she's sickly. That's right. But it wasn't. Oh my God. But she's much older than the other one. Okay, so I guess one of them is really young, and that's not this one, right? This one is like older. It's like sickly and like interesting. Okay, so next one. The next one is yeah, Star Child, right? I do think, you know, in other words, do I think it's possible that she could have, guys? But it's very, you know, I don't want to make this sort of like quote unquote diagnosis, but it's very possible. Yes, is it possible that she could have? Yes, and you know what? I think he is very sad because in that case, it, you know, was there may not have even been a funeral. Okay, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, think about it. This is like if okay, so I think he is heartbroken and he can talk about it. Okay, I think this is like I don't know, guys. You know, but it's terrible. Okay, but I think also he like imagine if you have. I would rebel. I could never do that. You can't talk about it because of the politics. Okay, you can't say that it was a disease that exists. Okay, right? Milwaukee, interesting. Okay, 69, Alexandria, Virginia. Interesting. That's right. That's right. So 69. Okay. Is that right? 60. Wait, let me just double check. Was it right? Okay. 69. That's right. I don't, guys, especially if it was Virginia. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was Virginia, guys, not okay. So yeah. Yeah. Because the question, Rebecca, what if you she posted the question is what was the reason they died suddenly? Okay. You know what I mean? They died suddenly. So not suddenly, it's a little strange. And as I was saying at the beginning, okay, that like you know that that there's a lot of Democrats have lost people, okay, because of COVID. But I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember reading anything about Republicans. But if you look at the statistics, statistically, somebody must have been, okay, somebody must have been. Sorry, I'm just see here. Okay. Okay, so guys, okay, so it's, can be difficult to interpret from the cards alone what was it, okay? But I do think, in other words, it's possible, because here we have, it's not super indicative, but it's possible, okay? So somebody worried, okay, the love upside down, and there's an agreement, marriage, military. Now, military, it's interesting, it could be something official, but it could also be an attack of some sort, which could also symbolize an attack of some sort of, like, what you call it, some sort of disease of some sort coming from the outside. Okay, this is anger, the conversation, family conversations privately. The scythe is something sudden. Okay, could also be surgery. Okay, and then this is the powerful man. This is a theft, a widower. Okay, this is interesting, division. Now this could be could be Congress, but also hospital, so the local enemy. So this could also symbolize the disease, okay, in the sense that this is the enemy within, in other words, the enemy inside the hospital or the nursing home. Okay, so it's possible. It's hard to tell, guys, okay. So this one, and now this is the 69-year-old that I just looked into. Okay, this one was 69. Okay, she died in a nursing home in Alexandria, Virginia. Now let's look at the one who's 39. So the one who's 39 supposedly had the heart issue. Okay, so what happened to her, the one who's 39, who was 39, Andy's wife? Okay. It's weird. I get some sort of saying allergic reaction. So it could be that, guys, it's so weird. It is a little weird. Like I said, guys, this is difficult. I feel a little bit uncomfortable about, I don't want to make some sort of like such a serious issue. Like, I don't know the diagnosis, okay, but I feel like, let's see here. Okay, so what is going on? Okay, so what happened with her? Why, what happened here? Oh, there she is. Okay. Yeah, look, she's the sick. Okay, so the snake could be a problem at home. Modulators at home, yes. So it could be, guys, almost, I wonder if somebody, she could have had visitors at home, okay, and something could have happened. It doesn't tell me again exactly what made it, like what made her look. The how, I do not think this is the White House. It's because the context is about her. It's like the home, okay. So this is the wife of the kids, and this is the sickness upside down when you can't, it's very serious disease, okay. Now there's travel. The fish here could mean that, again, many the bacteria, or you see what I mean? Like this is like this snake, some sort of poison that affected her, and there was a lot of them. Okay, so it could have been some sort of visitor. I don't know. Okay, to her house. Okay, does it make sense? So I feel like it's possible. Okay, yeah, they have like, yeah, exactly, two little kids. Like here, you see, like, interesting. Okay, a boy and a girl. So guys, I don't know. I feel sad. I feel so sad. I think both. I mean, both are truly heartbroken. I feel so sad for them. Okay. But this here, I do think, again, is somebody in her house, and you know what I think happened? Could have happened that there was some sort of fundraiser, okay, in her house. Let me just actually check this. So, Andy Barr, fundraiser. Yeah, he went to California. I mean, again, I don't know, guys. I don't know, that he went to California. He might, like, yeah, I don't know, guys. Again, there's something here where there was like some sort of like a visitors or something like this. That's what it would indicate, okay. And I think in this case, it was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know exactly how. Okay, this is, like I said, it is difficult, especially. I think, it is. I don't feel super comfortable making. You know what I mean? Like in this case, like I don't want to. I don't intrude. You know what I mean? It feels like I'm a little bit intrusive in from my perspective here just now. But I feel like in this case, the other one was kind of, I told you before, it seemed like sickly. This one was not. It was like, you know what it looks like? It's just a very strange thing to me, like someone, like started coughing, but I don't even know if it's because like she something, like she ate like something really very, very strong allergic reaction to something. And like, when you have that reaction, when people, for example, they are like allergic to peanuts or something, they eat something and they get like so big. It's like that may sound like so specific, but it should have been treated with steroids. But it was, I don't know if they figure out what it was in time. Okay, so it was like something that she got very sick very quickly, and like they didn't know what it was, and so it could have affected her heart. Yes, but I don't think her heart issue was the main thing. There was something else. Okay, this is like, that's what I think. Okay, so okay, this is, and guys, this is like, and I have to say something else. Okay, then I'll move on. um okay, this is like, again, I feel like ambivalent about saying this, but I feel like it was destiny. Okay, that it was like that God was like also wanted both of these people to wake up about what's going on. Okay, you know what I mean? They wanted them to wake up to like the reality of what people are going through. I'm not saying, guys, it's a horrible thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, look, you had to experience this, but there's a lot of people, guys, like almost 120,000 people have died already, and they're denying that anything is happening. I'm sorry, it's very serious. Okay, so it's kind of like this feeling of grief. It's not, it doesn't make sense, guys. It's not that obviously I'm not wishing, but I'm getting this sense of like these people are surprised that something could have happened to them like this. I think the other one, like I said, it was sickly. This one isn't, but okay, but that's what it was. Okay, so I don't know. I think it's possible. You know what I mean? Star Child, I think it's possible, but I don't want to. And I think it is, this grief that he's going to, basically, it's going to unite them with the people, their constituents, or how you're suffering from COVID. Okay, because it's totally it happened to all both of them. Even though the other one had stroke before, it was quick, and they couldn't, especially for the older one, they couldn't say goodbye because of the situation of COVID, I don't think. So, so it is what it is. Okay, so let me see. So what? Yeah, I just think they're heartbroken, guys. They're very sad, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, I feel like I don't want to disturb, you know what I mean, their grief, but I just hope that they can come clean. That will help them come clean. Okay, about what's going on in this country. Okay, that's what I think. So in other words, yes, it's possible. It's possible, but I don't know if it's exactly, if it's exactly. It doesn't make sense, guys. I think it's clear, right? It's clear, I think, but it's complicated. Okay. Now, okay, so let's go here. Okay, so Audrey is saying here the question about Atlanta stood up and did the right thing concerning Rayshard Brooks when the DA gave details of the case were awful and how the shooting officer Wolf kicked him while he was laying on the ground. So so just reading here that the grand jury is going to happen in January. I'm actually happy that it's going to happen in January because I feel like in this climate, it could even be that they could try to it doesn't make sense. I feel like almost in this climate, it would help them to not it's like I feel like, okay, it doesn't make sense that it would be more likely to not get an indictment now than later. Hopefully, so okay, so will there be an indictment in this case? That was Audrey's question. Okay, will there be an indictment in this case? Will they be indicted? Okay, so yeah, so even this alone, this is like about the past, something that happened, or the children, and this is magician, so the power to turn thoughts into reality. And temperance is about balance, karma. So yeah, so just on this alone, it tells me yes. Okay. Yeah, new evidence and opportunity. Okay. So interesting, child. So it's like, but in this case, I think it doesn't mean. So sad news. Okay, so waiting. Okay, so yeah, they're waiting. Interesting. Yeah, that's right. They're waiting. You did say that it's because of the backlog of COVID and so forth. Okay, so they're waiting for this. And then, so this is a magician is also powerful evidence. Okay, so litigation, right? This is the litigation blockage. Okay, so the retiree. Okay, so problems. Okay, so here's the mob, right? This is the mob, the mistake in the mob. And here's sadness. Okay, melancholy. And this is interesting, smoking gun evidence. So that's right. So it's interesting because we have this card of the retired. Okay. So I feel like it could also be that, to me, it would also indicate that the whole, we talk about the power of the police unions. Okay. So it's like either they take away his pension or like they wait until things change. Okay. So like okay, so there's enough evidence and things changed. And so yeah, so I think it is, but I think there's something like they're waiting for something, and they think this is true, right? I think the next year is gonna be easier, or like this is the rebalancing of all things. Okay. So okay, so let's see, what is it? Yeah, so it's very clear, and I actually turned on to the TV a little bit while this was happening. I did turn it off later because I had a call, but I'm seeing here that it made a lot of sense that they explained, that they give evidence, because then it puts in the people's minds, people like, this is the best way to do it, is to show the evidence, because that's how it kind of, it helps with public opinion. Not that public is not for it, but you know what I'm saying, it's difficult to deny, to say no. But you know how, like, they said they were trying to blame the poor guy, the poor man who was who was 75 years old, how they try to make it about, it's about him. No, it's him. It is him. No, it's not him. Okay, so oh my god, guys, this is really behind. Okay, let's see, let me just refresh here to see if it's really this slow or what. Okay, let's see what it is. So okay, so anyway, so now, no, it's got caught up. Okay, caught up. So okay, so does it make sense? Yeah, so that's what I think. Okay, I just think that there's a sense that going like later is better. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, I have a comment to make. Okay. I have a comment to make about, um, now I'm going to move to the questions that I have. Now, I just feel like, guys, I feel like I do think it's like it's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen on Friday, but just beware that it could even happen on Friday that we have the decision by the Supreme Court, okay? Or Monday. Think about it. It's crazy, right? This is not, guys, the most we're waiting for the decision about Trump's finances is 2 weeks. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? 2 weeks, the most. It could even happen Friday, Monday, or within a week after those days, okay? Okay. It's crazy. Okay, so just telling you, okay, it could even, because I was like, I have to get my costume, get your costume ready, pick a costume, okay, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. Okay, I'm serious. I'm not saying like, because I was like, I'm getting these messages like, please tell. I have to tell people on YouTube, okay, also, because I'm behind it a little bit. Okay, so but still, guys, I just have to tell you this because I'm getting this feeling. Okay, we already talked about it last week. Okay, right, indivisible. You could, guys, believe. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay, so okay, so this is just, yeah, so okay, so okay, so yeah, so I'm making my rat hat. Okay, so okay, so guys, also somebody told me about this book on YouTube, and I'm listening to it. Okay, it's called House of Trump and House of Putin by Craig Unger. Okay, so guys, the reason I'm talking about this book is because I'm listening to it. It's about 12 hours long. It's an audiobook that I have. So I'm not saying I found it on the library, but anyway, so I'm like basically like probably like 4.5 hours in, and I just don't what's crazy to me, like I think the whole issue with Trump, it's now we get it, we can visualize, we can see it happening. He has to go, he's gonna go. Now the other part that and this is maybe just a quick question, okay, but I just, it's so big because this book talks about the rise of the Russian mob and then the rise of Trump, like interconnected. Okay, so how they are connected, how Trump has been dealing with mobsters for decades. Okay, but my question is like, okay, so how the hell are we going to get rid of these people? Because guys, like I said, Trump is just one person, but there's been like hundreds of enablers. Okay, but how the hell are we gonna, this is like a big, very big question, but I just would like a refresher if you don't mind, okay, before I get to the other questions, because I'm like, okay, so he leaves and then what? And then what happens to these people? Like all the guys, so let me look at all the people in the GOP getting Russian money and all those. It's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. So how the hell are we gonna, you know what I mean? It's still dangerous out there if he leaves and we still have the Russian mob around. Okay. Exactly. No, I know, Ted. I know exactly, to make laws to protect. Exactly. But what I mean by that is that, for example, Ted, they have to be kicked out of the country. They have to have their assets frozen because they still have power. This is the thing. They can't be allowed in the country. They have to be treated like terrorists. Okay, really, which they kind of are. Okay, but their money is so. It's like it's so. There's so much of their money in here, this country, that this is my concern. Okay, seriously, like they could still attack. This is why it has to be swift, whatever happens. Okay, so just quickly, what I mean, I guess, to just want to clarify. My question is more about the immediate aftermath. Like, let's say 3 to 6 months. Okay, 3 to 6 months after Trump leaves, how are we going to get rid of these people? Because if we don't, this is my question, guys. They could try to like do something counter or attack the country, or you know what I mean. That's my concern, because I was like, oh, like we're listening to it, it's crazy when you start listening and you realize like how far back it goes, how many people are involved. So let me just quickly look at it, okay, because I've been thinking about it. It's kind of scary. Okay, so how are we gonna get, I know it's like a tough question, but I'm just gonna ask it. Okay, so how are we gonna get rid of the Russian mob and these people connected to Trump, the ones that have been like supporting him, essentially giving him power? He leaves, and then what happens to the people, those people? Okay, seriously, guys, this is a very dangerous situation because those people are very, like, very professional. Okay, the ones that have, okay, so what happened? What's going to happen to these people? How are we going to get rid of them? Okay, sorry, I'm just getting cards here. Okay, Okay. So guys, what it says essentially is that, okay, this is a message, okay, some sort of message, unexpected, in other words, soon, okay, talking, or okay, mass, or it could be that they capture people talking. Now, big change coming. It's a big change. And this is, now there's a woman here, could be Nancy, okay, and then I pull more cards, thinking about the anger. So that's okay. Then we have those people, could be Trump's family, upside down the doctors. Like, it could be that whatever they recommended didn't work, and this is in the public. So people talk in the public, and here's the military in this in public talks about what's happening. And this is the revelations we're talking about just now. You know, this document, look, there's somebody with a signed document, okay, here. This is these important revelations that are described and are talked about, okay. And we can assert ourselves. There's a man here, okay, shit gets real, corruption. So they talk about in public about the corruption. This could be one politician, doesn't necessarily matter who it is, everything is becoming recognized. So we know, we understand who the role these people play, and this is upsetting because the information comes out. So that's, you know, so that makes sense, guys. Okay. Oh, look, leaves. Okay, look, absent. So wow, just because this is the wrong type of card for this position, but yeah, this is a card of somebody leaving. So people have to go. They have to go, and then, guys, in other words, they have to be named. It's just because, you know, guys, this is the thing. This is the thing, they have to be named, because otherwise, you know, it's like, it's almost like we have been dealing, guys. And I see this image of Trump, you know, he distracts the population with his bullshit, so that we don't talk about the reality, the truth about, like, all these books, guys, are talking about the same thing, his connections to the mob. Nobody wants to talk about it. Have you noticed the papers? Nobody talks, okay. So that's it, has to be talked and has to be exposed, okay. Exactly. No, it's gonna, I say, so what's gonna happen? So, guys, and you know who I see? I see Mitch McConnell. So Mitch McConnell, it's like they have to, Mitch McConnell, then there's a river underneath him, sort of like the river, meaning the money that went into him and the GOP has to be exposed. And it's gonna be quick, okay? Because otherwise people are not going to understand, okay? Exactly, rats turn on each other. That makes sense. Okay, so, but what about, okay, quickly, just what about the Russia? Because, guys, the book is kind of scary. Okay, so what about like Putin and the Russian mob, the money launderers? Okay, that's what Trump has been. The money. What about them? Frozen money, saying frozen money abroad also. Okay, so yeah, so no, guys, I guess what I'm saying here is that they have to make the information public to the American public so that people understand. And it's saying this is going to happen once we have, once the Supreme Court gives the okay, once the Supreme Court gives the okay to look quickly into the finances, is to publicize it. Okay, so that would make sense. Okay, so that answers my questions. Sorry, I had to ask this because I feel like they have to, it has to change. You know what it is, the public conversation. Okay, but then I have this other question. As you know, the public conversation is always like, oh, look, the Democrats are doing so many bad things. The media only talks about, criticizes the Democrats, but it seems to be supporting the GOP always. Okay. So how is the conversation going to change? Okay. Documents. It's saying indictments and documents. Okay. So it's undeniable. It has to become undeniable, and it is what it is. And you know, I see, guys, some people on TV like, this is shocking development. No, it's not shocking. It's predictable because these people are shady. Okay. So, okay. So this makes sense, guys. Okay. So, okay. So sorry, the help me. Okay. Help me. So, okay. But no, guys, sorry again. But what about, what, isn't the Russian mob going to try to do things to people? Like, are they going to, but if they're cut off from the world, you're saying you have to isolate them and freeze their finances. Like it happened before. Okay. It happened before. So, okay. So, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you say show the connection between Trump and the Russian mob, and that answers many questions here. Okay, 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 okay. Interesting. Okay, now, okay. So So guys, now let's go into, now I answer this question. Okay, so let's go to Bolton's book. As you know, Elle, I think it's Elle, she wrote a comment, and I agree with her. You know, Bolton is not somebody I admire in any way. It's not as if he's done anything courageous. He's just trying to like peddle his book. Okay. And the story about China, you know, I was reading about it. We knew it was kind of public already that he had spoken to the Chinese president. I mean, there's a weight to it, okay, that it's spoken by what's his name, right? Oh my God, but that Bolton is talking about it, but it still is interesting. Okay, so what is it? Okay, so how do I even start about? Okay, so what is, okay? What is Bolton? Okay, I don't know, guys. Okay, what is it? I mean, I feel like we know the answer. I already talked about it, but let me just clarify what the question is here. So okay. Oh, now, okay. So this is the thing. We know that Trump is trying to prevent this from coming out. Okay, obviously. But what is the most damaging from Trump's perspective? What is the most damaging thing about John Bolton? Okay, because he was going to publish this, but what is the most damaging thing he's trying to stop? Because it may not be what we think. Okay, maybe there's a, what is it about? What is Trump worried about? Okay, what is he worried about John Bolton's book? Okay, we know that, like I said, the guy, you know, he's, I don't like him at all, because I think, do you see how he could have taken Trump down almost, but he didn't, because he wants to be like friends with like the Republicans, even though, you know, guys, he's connected to Cambridge Analytica. He's not a nice person. Okay. Yeah, so okay. Okay. So I just feel, guys, you know, I just feel like right away, before I get into the cards, my sense is that Trump is hyper aware that he's about to lose it. Okay, that the situation has turned. Well, how do I say this? Even though he's delusional, he's aware that any chatter about what he's really doing is going to be bad for him. So saying the exposing any, like, he's done hundreds of crimes, but so if you come out and say, oh look, he's done this and that, then he's going to be upset, because obviously he wants to run for he's running for reelection. So it's like it's literally the last nail in the coffin. So we have the White House upside down, an ending. He's concerned about an ending, and he's angry, and because he's exposing the foreign enemy. Okay, so he's talking about it. Now this is a real estate card. Okay, creating a change, working for those people. Okay, the quid pro quo and the thing that is illegal. Okay, so he's concerned about the quid pro quo that he's working for. He's a pay to play guy. Okay, none of this is new. Okay, and he's collecting, he could be collecting data or collecting money illegally. The woman here is so worried about working. The woman could, like I said, it's not a huge thing. Okay, it could be Nancy. Maybe he might be worried that she could take over. Okay, now here is the doing something illegal, the financial payments he received. Now this is he's sick. Okay, so, and the prize, you know, this is a big prize, as we know, guys. There's a big grand bargain that Trump kind of sold the country for, the grand bargain. So the thing that he hates, I said before, I think he has, in order to make the big chunk of money, he needed to give something in return, and he's not doing that now. There's something missing. So the more that comes out about him, the farther he is from getting the big prize. Okay, does it make sense? It makes, I mean, it does, right? Like, it makes a lot of sense. But so so this is it. Okay, so from Trump's perspective, it's just like he's one more negative thing. Okay, and he knows that he's a witness. Okay, he's a witness, that Bolton is a witness in this, and that to his audience, like, you know, he's thinking also, not obviously he doesn't care about Democrats, but he's saying to his audience, Bolton is credible because he's been on Fox News and stuff like that. So to us, obviously, we don't care about him, but a lot of people do, because they may remember him. Okay, So yeah, so but does it make sense, guys? It makes sense because for us, obviously, we don't care about him, but that's not the audience. Does it make sense? Is that he's concerned that Bolton is talking to Republicans, and this is correct. Okay, he's not pro-Democrat. Okay, right? We know from everything he's done, but it could be bad for him because he's talking to the Republican audience. Okay, and he's been there, and he could talk about. He's essentially a fairly credible figure for that those types. Okay, for Republicans. So okay, so oh, and there was like talk that the Department of Justice was going to indict him, and I feel like, guys, I have a hard. So I think it's bullshit. But let's see what's going to happen. Is he going to publish the book? Is he going to come out? What is the deal? I think it's going to come out. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so guys, like I said, the important thing that I understand here is that this book is meant for the audience of Republicans, not us, and that's why it's concerning to him. Okay, so okay, now is he going to be able to stop? I don't think he will, guys. Is he going? Okay, is he going to be able to stop this? Because guys, think about how many. I don't never understand, honestly, why like it's like, oh, he's so, but there's so many. Okay, so was he going to be able to stop it? Oh yeah, he has go. He has go here. Okay, so new beginning, the long-term problems goes away, has to go. Okay, the lies. Okay, so interesting. So okay, one more here. Yeah, money losses. So new beginning. Yeah, travel distance foreign. So yeah, so my sense, guys, is that again, I think it does tell me that Trump is, there's a new beginning. He once it when he the lies are exposed, he decides to leave. When it exposes his lack of money, the fact that he's owned. Okay, so in other words, do I think that, okay, exactly, all the swords in his back, exactly, Ted. Okay, so I just think it's like once the truth about Trump becomes inevitable, he leaves, but he does not leave because of Bolton's book, no, but because the truth about his financial picture comes out. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, so in other words, that's that. Now what yeah, guys, I think in the avalanche of the aftermath, honestly, of him leaving, nobody cares. It's going to be totally irrelevant. Okay, the Bolton book. Oh, he's going to be known obviously as what he was, the guy who had a chance to do something, he didn't do anything because he wanted to protect the Republicans and himself. So yeah, it's like all, bullshit. Okay. Now, just quickly, guys, about this China stuff. Again, none of this is, but I don't really look too much into China because I know there's like a lot of, I'm not saying that China is perfect or anything, but there's so much that I don't know. The Republic, I also don't understand. They seem to say that they're anti-China, but like they seem to have a lot of connections. Okay, so quickly. So in terms of, he talked about China. Okay, he said that Trump asked Xi to help him win re-election. So and isn't it crazy, guys? He looks to the other countries to help him. Like he doesn't care. He's not. I'm sorry. He's not. He's anti-American. Okay, that's pretty obvious. He thinks that Americans can help, so goes abroad. So now, so tell me, what does China have on Trump? I see that they have some sort of video, sex video or something, and they also have like financial documents that he owes. I don't know if he ever had some sort of hotel situation there or something. I don't know, guys, but there's something. Okay, it's like financial compromise. Okay, agreement or something. So what does China have on Trump? Do they have something on him? What do they have on him? From their perspective, not our perspective. Okay, so treachery, election. Interesting. So it seems like even truly like that he has, it could be even that he has asked their help. I mean, this just seems like that's what the book is saying, but okay, so now, guys, it's interesting because this card is about the short sickness, but it's also about sex. So something about it could also be connected to the COVID situation. Okay, the money that he made from COVID and the deals he had. Does this make sense, guys? Actually, would be good, China, if you have this information. Please, China, if you're listening. Unexpected. So this makes sense, guys. You know, he did make deals. Remember? Unexpected, painful ending for him. Painful ending for him. Oh yeah. So okay, this is bad. Whatever they have is bad. Okay, so this makes sense. So it's, I think, more likely, guys, that they may have something. What is missing? 1, 2. The German. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so it's more likely they could have a look at the prison. So they could have something about the money he's made from COVID, okay, or some sort of deal that he had with them to produce some. You know what I mean? So at least recently, okay, because you have the gift here from far away. Okay, and there's these meetings here, okay, to begin, so, right? So it makes sense. I think what it suggests here is something more more in the present, in terms of them first, the deals with something about COVID, okay. Okay, so something about COVID, and it's also something that the bribery, in other words, bribery and those things, okay. So Ted is asking, is it treason for the president to ask a foreign power to meddle with U.S. election? Technically, it's not. I think treason is about, there's a technical definition. I think it's something like if a country is at war with the U.S., but these countries are technically not at war with the U.S., but it's definitely illegal. Okay, it's not treason material necessarily. Okay, at least with this question about this one comment about China, but it's definitely illegal. You know what I mean? It definitely shows that he is totally owned by foreign countries, right? Really, because think about it, he goes to random countries, almost like pretty. It seems random to us, right? He just, oh yeah, that country, let me go over there. Maybe they can help me. Do you have a hacker? Can you hack elections? I need that. I need help. So so he's a puppet. Okay, so clearly it's very compromised. It's very bad, and that's what I think it shows. Both the money related to COVID, that how he may have made money from COVID, or his friends have like stopped the mask situation. Okay, you know what he did, guys, right? That he tried. Think about it, it's just awful. We have already forgotten because there's so many crimes. But at the beginning of COVID, how he's prevented, remember, he prevented things from happening, and only his friends could get the masks or whatever. Okay, so okay, now that's part one. Now part two. Okay, let me go back here to the question. So what kind of dirt? How are they using it? The GOP, okay, now the other question. The GOP is pursuing an overt anti-China policy. Why? What happens to the China policy once Trump leaves? So it doesn't make sense. Because they're demonizing China. And like I said, it's not that I like hate China or like China or anything. It's just like, it seems strange because they're all compromised. Okay, so why is the GOP pursuing the anti-China policy, and what happens once Trump leaves? Okay. Did you see, guys, Bannon was like pushing some conspiracy theory about China. It's so strange to me. Okay, yeah, interesting. So this is fighting the devil. Why? The question is, why are they doing this? The GOP. Oh, look, they're fighting to create division, to hide secrets. Okay, so interesting. So it makes sense actually. Letter. Okay, there's information about the protector. There's a man. Yeah, exposure of the enemy. So it's also saying, guys, that this Grace here. It's also saying that there's something about it, okay, that if they attack China, then there's, I think they do have connections to China, yes, but I do think that there's a means to hide some bigger issues. Here we have letter. There's like letter here about how the fortune was made. Okay, again, this is, I don't think disgrace is, because COVID could even be a disgrace, but I don't think necessarily thus far it is. But it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like, okay, so everything coming out about Trump. Okay, so it's a means to like have another, you know how they are. Oh, it's that person. First is the Mexicans, now it's the Chinese, now it's, you know what I mean? It's always somebody else's fault. So when you point the fingers at someone, then it's easier to say, oh, okay, it's them. But it's saying here clearly in the cards that the reason why this thing was happening is because is to distract. Okay, so okay. Oh, did I separate it here? Yeah, okay, so okay. So okay, so here, okay, so yeah, so financial payments to him, and they're thinking about that. So it's a means to say, oh, look at this, look at that. Okay, it's like while they distract from something else. It's saying, but it's interesting. They say of course they do business with lots of people, but they just including the Chinese. But I feel like it's a means to separate the country. Again, say, oh, it's them, it's this, it's that, it's that, it's that. Okay, so so then now what happens to China? Okay, so after Trump leaves, what is going to happen after? What are they going to do after Trump leaves? Okay, because I'm interested. I wish they would, they would make it public what they have on hand. So what happens to China after Trump leaves? Okay, how are they going to act? Okay. So it's kind of interesting here. Guys, it seems that here we have a lot of the tower upside down here, the world upside down. There is a lot of like in the aftermath. I think it's very chaotic. Okay, the whole thing of Trump leaving, but I think it's not just them; it's all of us. So like here's the guy who, I think this is Trump created this, like cheated to create a lot of disagreements. Okay, and there was a lot of money lost with the whole all this. Like at the end, they realized like for whatever, I don't know how to say this, even though this seemed like an opportunity to disrupt to the international order, Trump, it's like the price was too high. Okay, so here's the heart of the tree could be health. So it's even there's a whole situation with coronavirus. I feel like maybe there might be some sort of reboot. I don't know. Okay, with the relationship with us, but I feel like it's so much chaos, guys. I want everybody to stay calm. Well, should all stay calm, but it's crazy when you look at all this stuff is happening. Okay, so because I'm sensing here also that their relationship with Trump, it's like Trump is like a boxer, but it's like he's basically this like unhealthy elderly boxer, and he's pushing, he's like fighting like this, but they look at him, they say, oh, he has no energy. Let's let kind of like martial arts, like you let him exercise his anger or his energy, but he's gonna drop that essentially because he doesn't really have, it's like it's a kind of like a philosophical approach to him. Okay, so eventually it's going to come back to us, you know what I mean, it's going to come back, so they're waiting to see. And of course the world is very you know unstable as is. Okay, and they realize they're going to have to give up some people, and I see also, what's her name, Elaine Chao, they realize that we need each other as far as commercial connections. Okay, but there's some reboots. Okay, some new beginnings, and so they have to we all have to reassess whatever is we what some if something is worth or not. Okay, yeah, this man, right, Trump, you're talking about. Yeah, no, no, he has not, no, has not done anything, guys, right? Like I don't think of Trump, no, he's never done, no, this is true, he has never done anything good. Okay, so next, okay, moving on, right, I think it's clear. So what happens with the guys, I think it's like they're saying this, and even can I tell you something else, I don't know if this is planned or what, but even this whole thing with China, it's sort of like it's also like it's a means to protect Bolton himself, because he's connected to the Russian, like, what is it called, Cambridge Analytica, the Brexit thing. It's the same people. So he could say, oh, it's China. Look at China. It's them. It's them. Okay. It's easier to distract from his own culpability. Because if you go very deep into the whole Russia thing, then he's not that far. You dig a little bit, and there he is. There's Bolton. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, now, okay, now, guys, I'm gonna go in a little bit more in depth into the whole like COVID in red states, but still, but I have, if you don't mind, let me leave it for towards sort of like more, in 10 or 15 minutes. But I have a few questions that I kind of want to address here. Okay, so first, just quickly, I'm not going to get into this whole thing in depth, okay, about Biden and the vice president. I really believe, okay, I really believe that like that that Kamala Harris, I feel good about her. Okay, I notice, I'm just saying, guys, as you know, I sometimes I get angry at the whole like far left people, trying to attack. There's always like divisive conversation. So I'm just wondering, okay, what's going to happen? And I liked Elizabeth Warren like 4 months ago a lot more than I like her now. I just feel like it kind of bothers me how they're trying to push her there, and I don't know if it's. I really do want an African American woman to be personally. Okay, that's just me, but I do think that Kamala Harris, especially since African Americans gave Biden. Okay, let's get real. They gave him the nomination pretty much. Okay, I think in many ways, not just obviously, but I think Jim Clyburn was a bit, was like the decisive person. Okay, so I just think it's fair, but I want to know what's going to happen and what's up with Warren. I think she would do good in like Secretary of Treasury or something. But I feel like I don't know, something about her. She didn't, she also didn't endorse um, Biden until the very end. I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm liking her a little bit less because she comes across a little bit as like, what do you call it? A little opportunist. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. I mean, I like her a lot, but I just, just I'm just interested here. What's gonna happen with this whole fight to whoever is gonna be the VP? What's the deal here? What's going on? It's showing me here. It's interesting. It's saying I do think it's gonna be Kamala Harris. I believe that she knows already. I think, but they're like, let's wait until the very end to announce it because they're gonna attack. You know what I mean? Like this is gonna be distracting. So let's wait. They're gonna wait quite a while to announce. I think she knows. Okay, A. B, I think the people that are like pushing, for example, there's a lot of like there was a controversy on Twitter about Lawrence tried pushing Elizabeth Warren, and like long story, but basically that he called having an African American woman as a VP as quote unquote cosmetic. He used the word cosmetic, so that became kind of controversial. But it's saying here that those people are exercising their power. Okay, it's kind of normal. So that everybody's trying to see what they can to get, to insert the people they think is the right person. But I think he's gonna be loyal to Jim Clyburn. Okay, I believe that. Okay, and so I think that, okay, so I also think that she is overstepping, she's overstepping her boundaries a little bit. Of Elizabeth Warren was gonna, I think she might have, I don't know, guys, she might have, it's interesting. I feel like she might be offered, I don't think she's gonna be the vice president. She might be offered a job, like a big job, like I don't think it's age, I don't know, wage or something, or a treasury, but I think she might decline it. I think she has the thing, like it's my thing, or it's my way or the highway type. Like I don't know how to explain it. Even though I think I like her, like in the Senate. I think she might stay in the Senate. Honestly, I don't know much. I think she, right, Ted, I think exactly she's more useful to us. I think when she realizes that she's not going to be able to do it the way she thinks is best, which I think she has amazing ideas. I do think she'll do a great job in those things. She doesn't want it. I think she does not want to be, she prefers being, having, I think for her, it's very important to have a voice, like to be, to have the plan, to be in charge, to get it done. And I feel like I would think that she would be able to do that a lot in a lot of other places. But for some reason, I don't know. I think she might be a little bit like she cares about her image and her brand kind of thing. Okay, so she might, I don't know. I don't know exactly. So let's see here what happens to Elizabeth Warren. That's my sense about her. Okay, so okay. Okay, now this is okay. So interesting here. Okay, so Just one second. Okay, so here. Okay, so here we have the world. Now this is really interesting. No, this is like this, guys. I have to turn it around for you. So because this is how it came out to me, I have to show you. Now this is interesting because the world upside down and this is trapped. Okay, and then we have it, like shady information in an offer. I feel like once the whole thing comes out about the Russia, like about Trump and all the information, she's gonna want to be dealing with it directly herself. I think she's gonna want to stay in the Senate. And I don't know, guys, who would be, it's even possible that she could be, I don't know if she could be Senate majority leader. I don't know. I guess right now is Schumer, but I think she likes being the Senate. Okay. So, okay. I don't know. I think she'll be okay. 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 So I think, you know what? I'm fine. I feel good about now. I feel much better about her. I think she'll do good no matter where she is. There's a lot of work that she's excited about to be doing. Okay. Coming next. It's not as if she's gonna, I do not, the other interesting thing about her, I do not see her kind of like leaving or go doing something else. I think she's very excited about being alive at this time. Okay, so I'm excited for her no matter what. Okay, Audrey is asking an interesting question. I like Kamala, but will independent white women, Susan Rice, but Susan Rice, guys, Susan Rice has nothing to do, like, okay, she was already in the Obama, I don't know, Susan Rice, like kind of random, I don't know what, like, I don't know. Okay, I just feel like I don't know. Susan Rice is like she's already in a different. I feel like her. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Okay, I just feel like okay. So Susan Rice was already in the other administration and like I don't know, guys. I just feel like Kamala has more experience fundraising. I think this is the other thing. She was, yeah, but we don't know that she was. People were talking about it. A lot of people thought there was all a big list. Okay, but I don't know. So, okay, so what about Susan? No, I don't think so. No, because they want somebody. This is the guys. This is the thing. I've told you this before. He wants somebody who knows how she knows how to front, who knows who's all around, has an all around levels of experience, has ran campaigns. Okay, and kind of like is fresher. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, because he knows, guys, he's thinking of who's going to be the next president. He knows he's not going to be there the whole time. He may have to resign at some point. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of time left, so he knows that he has to be somebody who's going to be the president. Okay, so he's essentially looking at women who could be the next president, essentially. Okay, I'm not saying no, guys, it's not as if he's going to happen immediately, but that's on the back of his mind. Okay, so this is it. No, Susan Rice, no. I somehow there was something, like I said. Okay, exactly. I think exactly. Person, I'm more dynamic than he is. Okay, Kamala. Yeah. So an interesting question, Audrey. I like Kamala, but will independent white women vote for her? Yes, because it's saying here, guys. It's telling me very clearly. There's a lot of campaigning among the GOP and the far left to demonize her, to say that she's like, she's too like this, she's too like that, da da da. But it's saying actually a lot of independent white women would vote for her because she's more career. She's a career woman type, you know what I mean? The sense of like she gets things done. She's not like she's not a yeller. It's not like, I'm gonna do this is wrong, that is wrong. Okay, you know what I mean? Like with the very popular online with the far left and even the GOP, the thing that they criticize her for, whatever they say, oh, she's a cop. Like, wait, what is it? It's not very relevant to the average people. Okay, she's in some ways more relatable. I don't know how to explain it. Like she's actually a lot more relatable than the propaganda against her is. Okay, she's more aggressive, I guess, but I think Ted is right. He needs somebody who's more, I guess, more aggressive or more like, doesn't make sense. I do think Susan Rice also has personality, but she has no experience with fundraising. Oh God, Stacey Abrams, there was a memes about her. She's thirsty, okay? But Stacey Abrams, yeah, no, I don't think so. She's already been like, she was really pushing for it, guys. Did you see? She was really pushing for it. Exactly. She was the AG of California. That's right. This is about Kamala Harris. So, but Stacey Abrams, she was pushing it. She really wanted it, but I don't think that she does not have, like I said, guys. Okay, she doesn't have experience. This is the thing. He needs somebody who has experience, who has ran campaigns, who can fundraise, can do the kind of this is the thing. I think they're looking for somebody who can do the type of politics work that is not glamorous. Okay, that is not about talking, because those nowadays is all about going on TV, talking. But now they're more interested in people who can get things done, have experience getting things done in the government. Okay, I do think she has a little bit of experience. Okay, Abrams. She's good, but again, she's also like she talks. She's a more theoretical person. She's very smart, but it's saying somebody who can get things done and do the kind of political work that needs to be done, as opposed to like they're saying there's a lot of like cosmetic people, like oh a talker or, but they prefer people who have more political experience. Okay, okay, so this is it now. Okay, okay, and who can fundraise? For some reason, I'm understanding here fundraising is huge. Fundraising is huge. Kamala, yeah, and it's saying so. Audrey, let me ask a question, okay? Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, Republican. I don't know if that's even possible. Okay, if they would replace Warren, I don't know. But the point is, I think Warren's going to stay where she is. She's going to stay senator, I believe. Okay, now quickly, yeah, that's what I think. I think just again, guys, to answer the question about, yeah, exactly, Jess. We need somebody who can do the damage quickly, and also, I actually come to think of it, the experience of Kamala Harris as AG is actually very useful because we're going to need like to get these people in jail. Okay, this guys, and this actually appeals to me personally. I want people to go to jail. Okay, I really do. So I whoever can get things, because she's gonna push for them to go to jail. Okay, that's the thing. They would push for. Yeah, I don't know, guys, but Warren, I'm just a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I like her a lot, but again, I think there's going to be financial reforms. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because we're not going to have money unless there's financial reforms. If things don't change, like this is financial reforms are going to be extremely necessary. Okay, there's no way that we cannot, like, whoever is next has to do financial reforms, because where is the money going to come from if nobody's paying taxes? Okay, if corporations not paying taxes, nobody's paying taxes. Okay, okay, seriously, like that's very serious. Okay, and so what? Okay, the Biden, so guys, I don't know. Big donor. So you know what? I don't really care like where the, like, honestly, big donor money, and so is she. Okay, can I tell you? Who's donating money to Elizabeth Warren? Carla Juvertson. You know who that is? She's the wife of a really big VC. Okay, Juvertson. Okay, so there's a sorry, I'm not gonna get into this, but really, like really, she okay. So okay, so okay, actually, I don't know if she's still the wife, but they were like separated or something. Okay, why, how do I remember all this, guys? Where, it's very strange in my mind. Okay, how do I remember these things? Okay, it's very strange. Okay, it is a little strange. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so okay, so this is the thing. Oh, this is the article about her. Okay, so that's why I thought Kamala no, but this is the thing. I don't know, guys. You know what? I don't. Okay, so this is why I said I don't know why she. Yeah, I think she'll be good taking the. I don't know. You know what? You have to. Okay, this is the thing. You have to think about how is okay. Who gave? This is the thing. I'm sorry. It has to be an African American woman. It just has to be. Okay, because you know who is in charge. I'll tell you. Jim Clyburn. Okay, is in charge. He gave. I mean, Biden. And I think Biden. He's very loyal. Okay. I just think that Elizabeth Warren and like, I don't know. I think they're just very different. Okay. And I don't know. And also, this is also another thing, guys. I think age, not to say this is important too. You have to think about it. I think he's thinking of somebody who has to be who's younger than him. Okay. Who's going to stay longer if he goes. I'm not saying that, I'm sure that Elizabeth Warren could live until the 100 years or something, but she's what? And he's kind of close to him in age. Okay. She's close to him in age. Okay. So, but like I said, there's a lot of people. Don't worry about it too much. I think the VP is important, but there's a lot of people who could also be, AG. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not worried. You know what it is? You have to remember this. Whoever is next, it's going to be much more progressive, because without progressive, the country is going to crash. Really, it's not that necessary to have. You know what I mean? Yes. Exactly. And I think, guys, so I do think that, yes, would the white women vote for Kamala Harris? Yes, they would. Especially after the Black Lives Matter, okay, honestly, right now, after this moment, okay. I think it's important for this moment also, Yes, Sally Yates, guys, oh my God, Star Child, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps for Sally Yates. I told you guys, but didn't I talk about her before? I did think it could have been her. I do see it again. I have such goosebumps just reading her name now. Sally Yates. Yes, Sally Yates could be an amazing AG. Because first of all, she has experience. Guys, we need people who have experience, who can who know how to put the government back together after they destroyed everything, okay? She knows who the trash people are, okay? And she's not afraid, okay? So yes, I think it's very possible the Sally Yates. I'm getting strong for Sally Yates. Could very well be her, okay? Okay, so wow, exactly. She knows the place, guys. I think right now it's important, at least for the first few years, it's important to have somebody who knows how the government works, because the mess they've created. So I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about this. Okay, okay. Now, okay, guys. So is it okay? Does it answer? I think we're good. I'm happy. I'm happy about it. I think guys, Biden, like I said, is not like he's not the most charismatic person, but he does a good job. He's an excellent bridge builder. Okay. And he knows how to pick. I think he's a good person who can pick. He can pick people. Okay. To do good things. He has a good feeling for people. So I'm happy about that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I feel better now, guys. Okay. Because I think there's a lot. Okay. So, okay, guys, do you mind if I ask a question? I have a question here. It's very local. Okay. It's a very local question. Okay. So as you know, I'm a little bit concerned. I'm not a huge fan of those like far left people. I think they try to like meddle. They try to like attack Nancy Pelosi. I don't like it. But there's an election in New York right now, Engel versus this guy Jamal, I think his name is. I'm always a pro. I don't think this Engel person is super strong, but I'm very wary of people who are this but the Justice Democrats person. He seems like a nice, decent person, okay. But I hate like when they start like they start attacking people. Okay, I really am not into that. So I want to know. I think the polls say that Jamal is probably going to win. He's African American, okay. And so I don't know, but I'm just, because those guys, I just don't have good feelings about these people. Okay, those Justice Democrats people, they just I don't know. So okay, so do you mind if I ask this question? It's just this local New York election happening now. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so quickly, so let's say Engel versus Jamal. Okay, Engel. I don't know, guys. It's difficult to say. Okay, sorry. I don't know. Oh, sorry here. So okay, so here we have. Yeah, so is that right? Yes. So sad news. Okay, theft, fighting. But then he gets this. Okay, so there's money here. Waited too long. Okay, so I don't. It's honestly it's hard to tell. I'll see what happens. Okay, there's some. I think there's more that's gonna come out about this guy. Okay, I don't know, but I think he could win. Who knows? Maybe he's not so bad. I really. Yeah. So anyway, I was just worried about it because, as you know, I really hate like and I know guys, sometimes people voted me down when I just said this. It's okay, whatever, it's my opinion. I just, as you know, this is the thing, I'm not very diplomatic. I say what I think. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, because I'm not really a huge fan. I don't like division. That's the thing. I don't like division. I don't like people who preach the hatred for others. Okay. So okay, so anyway, so then now let's go back here to the questions. That was the answer. Okay, so now, okay, now guys, okay, quickly, Barr in the, okay, so quickly, this will be an interesting question. So prosecutor in Roger Stone case will testify about Barr's intervention. Now, guys, this guy, he was in Mueller's team, okay, which is amazing, right? As you know, Mueller is always amazing, but is Aaron something, I think Zelensky. So what is he gonna say? I'm just curious. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a very compelling testimony, and they're gonna start talking, okay? Start talking, and like, so it's the guys, the momentum is very bad for Trump's people, okay? So do you know when? I think, okay, so I feel like it could be that, okay, so Guys, I don't know. You know what I feel like? I wonder, really wonder. Oh, look, yeah, Trump may have left already by the time, or it could be why he left, but it doesn't make sense. Something about it. I feel like there's so much that we don't know. Okay. I just feel like we're living in such a, I don't know when he's gonna, oh, look, yeah, he knows, he talks about the money and how they're all gamblers and there's all this, like, all this stuff. Okay. It's not, guys, it's not shocking to any of us, right? So it's more, guys, you know what it is? This whole time that Trump and Barr were have been around, they've been trying to silence the truth, which is that there is a foreign connection here for sure. Okay. And it's very shady and it's very, you know what I mean? It's very weird. Okay. This whole thing. So it's gonna come to a point where it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. Okay. It's not gonna be enough. Okay, the conversation is coming back, and it's saying he's coming back, and all the Mueller people, because there are people like, oh, Mueller, Mueller, Mueller. Yeah, look at this. It's going to continue. Okay, it's going to continue, and it's going to go back to the conversations we're having with Mueller. Okay, so yeah, so it's good. It's good, and it's. I think I see a lot of shock and people walking away, like, with, like, in the sense that there's more to happen before he testifies. Okay, I don't know when, guys, but it's going to be big. Okay, okay. Now let's talk about. I had the question about the young GOP extremists, but maybe I'll leave it to the end. But now let's go to the COVID because there's a lot of questions. Okay, so as you know, Teresa, she's in Arizona. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on. You know what? Maybe I have to, like, shuffle, separate the cards. Just one second. I'm gonna be talking to you. So I think there's a lot here. Okay, so I'm interested because, as you saw, like, they are lying about what's happening, which is disgusting. Okay, this is disgusting to do that they are doing this. And like, so what's going to happen, guys? Because you know what, where are we going? This is my question also. Is this going to change how the GOP? Oh my god, this is complicated. Sorry, I have to not look at the camera so much. It's kind of strange. Sorry, I have to, let me just see here if I can put it. This is complicated to do this differently. Okay, so anyway, so I just feel like it's going to be difficult for the GOP. Like, it's going to get worse. They're not talking about this. Oh no, nothing's happening. Meanwhile, it's terrible. Okay, and so what is, it's like they can't. It's gonna come a time when many people are suffering, and them, guys, it's weird. There was a guy today on Twitter. Was like, oh, he was in an airplane, and they asked him, so do you have a medical condition that prevents you from putting on a mask? He's like, yes, I do have a medical condition. It's called I'm sensible or something, like some bullshit like that. He was kicked out of the airplane, which is fair, because those people are like playing with people's health. They're pretending, And there was these articles about all these kids that go partying over the weekend in Florida or something. They got sick with COVID, and like, oh no, I'm regretting it. Yeah, I wish I didn't go. But to be fair, like, to be fair to them, the government, everybody, everywhere they look, oh, they say it's not a big deal, right? They say it's not a big deal. So and meanwhile, Mike Pence is telling governors, oh, pretend, minimize it, okay, pretend it's not happening. So until when, guys? Don't you think, I feel like it's not going to get better, and this attitude is not okay. So it's just so irresponsible, this whole thing. Okay, and the other thing, not obviously, I'm not protecting the Republicans, but I know that they are probably, Trump would not allow them. Like, if you rebel against Trump, you don't get certain things. Okay, so you have, this is like, if you're Republican, you have to do this. But I'm just like, I worry. Okay, I worry a lot about these states, how they're pretending like nothing's happening, just for optics. Okay, and so, okay, but quickly. Okay, so let me just do visions while I'll do this. Okay. 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 Now, what is going to happen in these states, not only in terms of cases, but also in terms of voters? How will voters in these states feel about Trump and the GOP? Will it make voters change their mind about Trump? So let's go to Arizona. Actually, let's go to Arizona, since we have an example. Okay, for example, Arizona. Okay, so what's happening? Guys, I think that people are very angry, and I see, so funny. I see this image of a I think it's a man. I don't know if it's a man, but I see that he's like, there's a huge, a sardine, sardine can, but it's, the expression can of worms. There's a can of worms. So he's hiding. He's saying, no, it's nothing. But then why there's a can full of worms, okay? And he's like, no, nothing's happening. And so then the more it opens up, the more the rotten shows, the more worms there are. And then people get so angry. They're angry. They're so angry. And they go vote against him. Like, not just against, it's kind of like, as you guys, if you've noticed the personality of a lot of people who vote for the GOP, we talked about this before. They're like, it's like they don't care about anybody, right? They're not very empathetic. If something happens to them, oh, I'm going to go after you. What do you think you're doing? What's your problem? They get very angry, very angry. So, okay. So this is interesting. Okay. They get very, very angry. And so that's the situation. Okay. And so nanny state, what the hell is that? Nanny state. I don't know, what does that even mean? It's a nanny state. Yeah, just guys, I feel like I see people it's so angry when because then you see, if you picture a can of sardines, as you if you open it and you pull the metal thing, it shows the darkness that he was pretending it wasn't there. He did no, don't look. He was like, don't look, don't look, don't look. And by the time it looks, it's dirt beyond belief. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh my God, how disgusting. I can't believe it's so sick, guys. It's so sad. I'm sorry. It's like, it's terrible because, they use this stuff to manipulate people into like, it's like very easy for them to say these things because like, oh yeah, let's not have a government. We don't do anything. The moment a crisis happens, when a person has to do something, they don't want to do anything because, and it's gonna, it's, and I hope guys, for the sake of the population in Arizona, okay, that it doesn't get so bad. But I see it looks terrible. I'm sorry, from what I see, the dirt, the worms, there's a lot of them. Okay, and people are very sick. And because I know even for New York, they were saying that if New York had closed the city 2 weeks before, it could have diminished the deaths by 80%. So here, of course, it is there's an advantage of where I am. It's because everybody's close together. Okay, and that's why it's easier to transmit anything. So it's saying that now over there they did nothing. So in other words, whatever happens, it's going to grow exponentially, and it's terrible. Okay. So I just it's terrible. It's just terrible. Okay. So it's really, and it's the thing, guys. They just think they think it's a good thing. Yeah, sure. They like ETL, but then they realize, okay, so yeah, so I think there's gonna be revenge votes. Okay, revenge votes. And also, guys, this is so strange to me because it's so against what we're taught, okay, or we're told. But I see a lot of Republicans getting angry at Republicans, or can I tell you, even like almost like terrorism, like people throwing things, bombs or something. They get so angry at the governor. And this is not, like I said, it's not left people, it's the right wing people. And the regular people, they get so angry, and the grief, guys, they're losing the family members. It's so infuriating to them. They were lied. They feel like, the feeling of being fooled. I was fooled. They took us for granted. Like, I can't believe this. They did this to me. It's disgusting. So it could create something horrible like that. Like, they get so mad at people. Okay. So because, guys, this is not a situation. This is like so strange to me. Well, it's not strange, but this is not a situation where it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And look at what's happening in England, where they're doing the government is doing the same thing. Okay. So it's not going to get better. Okay. It's not going to get better. It is not going to get better. And you have to and I told you guys before, here in New York, every time you go to, there's signs everywhere that like, you have to wear a mask. You're not allowed inside this store. You're not allowed inside the store if you don't have a mask. Okay. You have to have a mask. So, this is, but guys, and this is the thing, this is a, pretty highly educated area, but it took a lot to educate people, guys. They have to have a lot of rules. They have to have like a lot of coordination. And we did have a wonderful governor for all his troubles. He did a fantastic job. Okay. Honestly, he did. Cuomo did a fantastic job. So you know what? So then I just like, it's the more, this is the thing, there's a can of worms, and it's a lot of worms in there. Okay. And You know, and so I feel it. I feel for them because they're being exploited. Okay, they're being used. You know, with this stupid, like I said, guys, they manipulate this thing. They create these culture wars about nothing. Oh, he wants to wear a mask. Oh, he doesn't want to wear a mask. Do you want to wear a mask? And it's bullshit because you know what, guys? Like I said, there was this case they talk became kind of famous recently in Missouri, where these hairstylists they wore a mask. Okay, they wore a mask, and therefore nobody they were cutting hair while they were sick and they had symptoms. And then in the meantime, nobody, guys, nobody got sick. The people that they cut their hair, thus far, nobody got sick that they know of. Some people refused to be tested, okay, but still, they don't. Nobody got sick that they know of, okay. So this is how important it is to tell people to wear masks. Okay, think about it. But if you go from like, oh, masks or nothing, 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 guys, and finally, you know, I'm. It took me forever to make more masks because I have to have more. You have to have a lot of masks, and you have to wash them as soon as you know. It's kind of like laborious, and it can even be sort of expensive, especially if you don't have a lot of money to like buy masks. If you can make yours, you know. So it's like a lot of work to accept that you have to wear masks everywhere, that you have to wash your hands, that if you don't, if you have, all you've done is to tell people that this is bullshit, nothing happens. It's very hard to tell them to change completely. Okay, right, Ted? Exactly. Almost everybody wears masks indoors. Exactly. Like it's a lot of, it takes time for people to accept it and for people to use it, to like, okay, take the time to like, you know, really do this. So it's gonna be okay. I think eventually, but I feel so much anger, guys, from them, you know, against the Republicans. And it's again, it's not. I'm with them, you know, even though I do think that they should have been smarter, but the politicians that we use them, you know, this is like okay. But I do not, like I said, when people ask me what about the base, I just say, oh my god, guys, you know what? I'm so sorry. You know what? Oh, can I tell this whole time? Okay, this is okay. Look at this. This whole time, because okay, I have this computer that has this whole time the thing wasn't on. Look at this. The whole time this was off. It's just what's plugged in is the battery. Okay. I know I should have a job in Trump administration. I should have a job. I'm very smart. This whole time. Now, you know, towards the end, now 15 minutes, I you have better sound here. Oh. No, but I still get microphone from the computer, which is pretty good, okay? But it's funny. It's so funny. I try, you know, I organize and I do this crazy. I forget something, some details. So anyways, so this is okay, this is bad. Okay, now let's go. Okay, now let me go to Texas and let me go to the day of the election. Okay, so what happens? I see he's like this, the Greg Abbott, right? His name, he's like this. He's hiding his face, not looking. He's not looking because a lot of people, okay, a lot of people died. Okay, really died from there. Okay. And I think honestly, it makes people, I was like, I'm going to vote for the Democrats just for fun, just because I can, or, you know, or just because they're angry and they should be angry. Okay. They should be angry. And I even see, I hope this is true. You know, a lot of those, like guys, those people can be angry. They're going to litigate. They could sue the governor, like regular citizens suing the governor for lying to them. Okay. This is fair. I wish, guys, you know, they should, you know, regular citizens sue the governor for lying for like, so it's going to be, I see he's like, that expression. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know, but you know, guys, I just have empathy for them. Okay. Yeah, I know they bought, okay. They feel, because you know what it is. I think those people are so angry and they have to blame somebody always. Like it's never, you know, they're kind of like Trump. It's never really my fault, right? It's, you know, so for their personality, this is very difficult to understand. Okay. So finally, when it happens, like as you know, when it happens to them, then they wake up. Okay. Okay. Now quickly here. Okay. So, all right, now. So okay, now quickly. So oh, and did you see the governors of Texas blaming young people? This is ridiculous. Okay, so okay, and they know because they know the young people don't vote for them anyway. So it's all quote unquote the culture war bullshit, blaming somebody else. Okay, so okay, and did you see here Pence told governors to minimize? Okay, so what are the chances GOP governors could start to care more about their population and actually tell the truth? Will the population ever revolt about this in red states? where will COVID be by the time November comes along? And I have to tell you something that's coming up here in my mind. And this is not, obviously, it's not that I'm not blaming Trump, but the the organization that was starting to push this idea of reopening the country, it it's a woman. Yeah, it was it's the Heritage Foundation, the Kochs. Okay, a lot of those business people wanted the economy to quote unquote reopen, so they have to say that nothing's happening. And so I feel like, guys, it's gonna be big. Okay, they're gonna, once, I think it's gonna be like, the word shit show. Okay, really. Okay, so like, because they're gonna have to, oh my god, look, I shuffle, but this is good cards. Okay, so Ace of Cups is good, so it's gonna be love, and also like turn mind into, interesting compromise. So I think maybe the power is with us now for good. Okay, compromise. Okay, so what's gonna happen to, like, I just see that the governor is like a total shit show. They don't know what to do once Trump leaves. Okay, look. Okay, yeah, look, the child in public corruption. So it's gonna be, they're gonna have to, guys, imagine those people that, like, their whole lives they have to do nothing, they just repeat what Trump says. That's their job, and they do these deals behind the scenes, and now they're gonna have to explain to the population what is really happening. They don't know, they have no idea, they're just totally irresponsible, corrupt. Okay, I'm sorry, that's who they are. Okay, so now I see, guys, it's so interesting. Can I tell you what I see? You know how we have protests, right? I see like a revolt. I mean it, like really revolting, population revolting against them. I don't know if they can take the governors down by like revolting or something. Okay. And because it's so interesting. Okay, look, somebody ending here. That's right. I see this is no, the man. Okay, this is a good man, or it could be a man here, an ending for the man, because the hope comes. So it could be that some of them may have to leave. And I don't know, guys, what I see here seems kind of unprecedented, because see, the death could also be deaths are public, and it creates change, right? The grief is public also. Okay, so oh look, okay, there's a okay, okay, so then we have the escalators. Yeah, so this is here, like, shows that this is interesting. There's a new era, there's a reconciliation, almost like reconciliation commission. No, but it's more like the sense that people are waking up. Okay, and they are coming to terms with, like, once the noise is out, there's hope. Yeah, so okay, so this stuff is exposed, so it's gonna be, think about it, guys, the truth comes out about everything. Phyllis, I don't know, recall of what? I don't know what we talk about. So recall, I don't know. But I'm talking about the governors here that have been elected already. Okay, they have been elected, so it's not as if it's not even an election. Yeah, guys, I don't know that they can regret. I don't think they have the time. It's almost like their entire worldview is collapsing, and they're gonna have to. It's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna regret, because that's how they've been the whole time. Okay, and so like, because the whole time they have been saying it's the Democrats, everything, they accuse the Democrats of every little thing they do. So then they realize, the Republicans, their voters realize it's not the Democrats, it's them, and they're gonna, I almost worry about them. And I don't think they're gonna, because, guys, okay, I think I may have talked about this once before. If things really change, okay, if things really change, okay, then they're not going to want to be in the government, because the whole point is not to do the job as a governor. It's to help their friends or their business people, whoever. Okay, so okay, and Francis asking, I really wonder how White House policy is herd immunity, but they will never say so. It's what Trump wanted. No, but Francis, this is it should be clear. It's not her. It's the policy of the White House is do nothing, let people die. That's what it is. Okay, that's what their policy is. Okay. Herd immunity is like some bullshit argument. You see what happened in Sweden and the UK. That's what they thought was gonna. I'll just let them be exposed to it. It's do nothing. Okay, so let people die. That's it. And it's guys, this has been a dream of the Republicans, is to have honestly, They wanted to cut Social Security. Why? Did they not know what was going to happen if people don't have Social Security? Of course they did, right? Don't you think? I think this is right. I think so, right? So Maryland's GOP governor is totally aware of what's going on and has been at the forefront of protecting Maryland. Says, "Oh no, it's good, guys." But I think the people that have been doing good things. They've been doing from the beginning. Yeah, Ted is saying he wants the virus to be out of control so he can start. No, but I don't think he even goes. Okay, I don't think Ted even goes that far. I just think that he just is pretending it's not happening. They're never going to do anything to benefit the population. Okay, so if something bad is happening towards the population, they think it's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, they don't really care. I think this is something that they're fantasized about for a long time, is to let people die. Okay, seriously, I right? So, and then guys, they've never faced a situation where it's something like a disease that this harsh that could kill people. It never existed in their lifetime. Okay, maybe Mitch McConnell with polio. And this is the thing, like for example, even my Mitch McConnell, like he survived polio, but instead of being thankful, or he thinks, oh, I survived it, so you could suffer all you want because I suffered and I'm still around. So you know what I mean? So it's just their mentality. They don't care. They have no empathy. Okay, they don't care. Okay. Exactly. As long as Trump and GOP thinks that the virus is mostly killing black and brown people, they don't care. Exactly. Seriously. Seriously. But like I said before, if they really cared about their voters, they would have said, okay, let's focus on protecting the white people. Seriously, if they really they cared about them, okay, they said, okay, white people, let's make them follow the rules. If they really were about protecting the white people or whatever, the white race, white supremacists, but they can't even be bothered, okay? They can even be bothered, okay? Teresa, yeah, the world can protect themselves. I don't even know, Teresa. Like, I think, people get sick. It is what it is, A lot of rich people have died too. It's not just the poor people. Obviously, if you're poor, it's likelier to affect you. But I think, right, there's a lot. Don't you think I've seen cases of people who are wealthy, but, they were affected also. And I wanted to say something. I was having a conversation earlier today with someone about, the COVID in the US. I was talking to you guys about, my mother, she's in Brazil, and then this person I was speaking to is in Israel. So we're talking about how Americans are generally unhealthy, okay, as a population. Think about how there's a lot of people who are extremely, extremely obese. It's not just being like, 500 pounds or something, but I think it's also because there's a lot of unhealthy, the population is generally unhealthy and the health system is not very good on the baseline level, right? There's not a lot of prevention. Okay. So I think what also happens is that it shows the situation of the health in America in general. It's something that really affects, because I was telling my mother, I was like, well, maybe in Brazil, people are not, generally speaking, are not, there's not a whole lot of obesity. Okay. There's some people, they're not like super skinny, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they generally, as a population, is not like there's not a whole lot of obesity. So I think it also affects Americans in a weird way. We think that it's because it's a wealthy country, but if you think about the wealthy countries, one of the least healthy, right? Compared to, don't you think? If you think of like, so maybe it doesn't make sense. So that's another thing, okay? Because here in New York, there isn't a whole lot of like extreme obesity like you see in some states. If I travel within the US, it can be very shocking to a lot of us, okay? So wow. Okay, Teresa said my son-in-law's boss took his family to an island to quarantine. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I think, guys, being out there, in public transportation and stuff, that's very dangerous. If you cannot, everybody can afford to not be working. Okay, this is a reality, okay? Exactly. A big reason for obesity in America because the government allows all kinds of horrible things in our food that is banned in other countries, okay? So, you know, so I just think it's a compounds, okay? Just generally, like not just that people are unhealthy, but the health, there is very little like preventive medicine, okay? So people, you know what I mean? So that's another issue, okay? Okay, now, yes, high fructose, exactly, corn syrup, exactly. Sugar, yeah, I eat sugar, guys, it's true. It's bad for you. Okay. So next. Do we have another question, guys? Did it answer your questions? I wish. I'm still getting this nagging feeling about Trump leaving, okay? Is he gonna leave? Is it close to, is it possible? Is okay, let me just ask a question. Is he gonna leave soon? Is it, it's almost like on the one hand it seems possible because if it comes out that the decision with the Supreme Court, okay, it could be. Okay, so is the Supreme Court gonna decide? Okay, let's just may I ask a question. What is okay? So let's do this, guys. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see here the calendar. Okay, make look at the what's calendar. Open, open. Come here. Okay, so today's okay. The 19th Friday, the 22nd Monday, which seems to be the likeliest date, and then there's the 26th. 26 or the 29th. So let me look, guys. When was it? Is it? Could it happen? Could the decision come out? I think it's gonna be okay. If you don't mind, I'm this is like rattling my mind here. Okay, so how likely is it that the Supreme Court is going to it's basically about the decision? Okay, so the first, okay, wow, look, very nice. So we're going to see it soon. Yeah, look, this is the balance, the karma, the secret. Okay, so this is interesting. So are we going to see it soon? Let's see if it tells us. Okay, the news. Oh, look, the news here about the group. Okay, so yeah, the gift from far away. Oh, look, a lot of money. That's right, a lot of money. And then, okay, so look, the trap, yeah, it's trapped. Waiting too long. Yeah, so it's gonna be bad. So let's see here, guys. Okay, just quickly if I can see. Okay, so today is the 19th, 22nd, 19th, 22nd. You know, guys, I see the people like like this, so happy. Okay, people celebrating this decision. I think it could be closer to the 22nd, to be honest. Okay, and I think is okay. Good question. Is Trump going to be on July 4th? Is he going to be president? Is Trump going to be president on July 4th? Is he going to still be in the government on July 4th? Okay, so is he going to be president July 4th? Uh-oh. Friend upside down, no? Trash. Oh, the White House, friend upside down, huh? Okay, so unexpected. What is next? Okay, so, uh-oh. I don't know, guys. I don't want to get too excited. I'm not actually excited. It's a weird feeling, but I see us really like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, I don't know what to say. I hope I'm not like getting you guys like, oh, look, it's enough. Okay, I'm not getting. Yeah, so get what we want. Not there. No, no trash. Leave trash. Okay. So I just hope it's true. Okay. So, oh look, yeah, here is the state of hell bus for him, private. Okay, that's right. I hope, guys, really that he's gonna, he's gonna be pushed to resign. Okay, he's gonna hit the road jack. Okay, and we're gonna be happy because okay, so once the stuff comes out, okay, so it's just a matter of time. Oh, also interesting, Zelensky, interesting. That's right, 24. That's right. So I just, guys, it may be that the thing is, I don't think it's gonna be, before I said he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be the next day he's gonna resign, but I don't think he has the energy to govern ever. Once that happens, he loses interest. Okay, don't you think? Oh my God, yeah. So I just think, guys, I'm not, it's been a long time. We've been together for a long time, okay? But I think, but I think it's possible, okay? I just think there's a lot to happen. It's gonna be very chaotic, even if he leaves, okay? It's gonna be dangerous, right, guys? I'm seriously, I would not leave my house either, because who knows what kind of attacks they could try to do to, like, divert the country. You know what I mean? Like the military has to be on high alert from the Russians or Chinese or whoever. You know what I mean? So, okay, yeah, no, I will go live, of course, when it happens. Of course, I will. I'll be like, no, see you later. Who? I don't know you. Who? Who? I don't know who. I don't know. So okay, okay, so this is it, guys. I feel like the week between the next week is gonna be crazy. Imagine if it comes out, guys. It's gonna. I just think the whole thing is gonna explode. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I see people happy, but it's gonna be it's so intense. I don't know. Know what I mean? Very intense. Wow. So okay, guys. So I'm gonna go. Okay, but it's crazy. I can't believe it's like it's gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna go, guys. Okay. But it's gonna be. It's just I see. Okay. So I think until we get like the new president in, swearing him in, it's gonna be very unstable. Okay, very unstable until then. Even if he leaves. Okay. But it's nice, guys. Okay. So okay. All right, guys. So have a good evening, and we'll see. If I see you Friday. Okay. I'm gonna get outfit for Friday. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen by Friday? It'd be nice. No. Imagine. But very soon, can you believe it? Very soon, the truth coming about Rayon. Okay. Oh, guys. Hi, guys. Okay. Okay. See you later, alligators.